My fellow flames of Amethyst, welcome back to another video. My name is Amethyst Abrams, and today, my fellow flames, we are here to discuss the mystical marvel, the future of gacha gaming itself, the game that took the gacha community and the gaming community as a whole by storm just a few days ago, and of course I am talking about Silver Palace. Now, those who do not know what Silver Palace is a brand new open world RPG genre gacha game set to release later this year. It is set in the Industrial Revolution age, and it's being developed by two brand new game developers, Elementa and Silver Studio. And if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, this is their first project, and to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the first open world gacha game to use Unreal Engine 5. There have been other gacha games that have been using other engines like Unreal Engine 4, Unity, and now we have the first gacha game to my knowledge to use and build their game out of Unreal Engine 5, and it really does show. This game really does look like an absolute titan of a game. People are going as far as to say this looks like a AAA game. I can't even disagree with them. This game really looks like a AAA game. And one thing I'm going to say, my fellow flames, is this game looks to be the future of gacha gaming. This really does look like the next generation of gacha games. The way this game looks, everything about this game, each individual minute detail is screaming to me that this is the future of gacha games. As you're walking around the city, the detail to the buildings, the detail to the pavement, the puddles, the vehicles, the NPCs, everything you see around you looks so much better than anything we've seen before in an open world gacha game. Anything we've seen in Genshin Impact, anything we've seen in Wuthering Waves, and potentially anything we're seeing in the future of gacha gaming this year. I think the only other gacha game I've seen set to release within the next 6 months to a year that looks anywhere close to this is Arknight's Enfield, because of the way that game looks. That game looks very detailed, that game looks very good, but that's the only game that comes close to how this game looks, and this game isn't even finished yet. Silver Palace is probably another 8-10 months away from finishing development, maybe even more. People are saying, oh, it could come out in 2025. I do not think this game is going to come out in 2025. I think personally, this is my personal opinion, if we get a release date for this game, we will not get a release date until the Game Awards. I think the Game Awards, which is in December, so still quite a way away, will be the perfect time for Silver Palace to drop their announcement release date trailer, because that is the biggest gaming ceremony of the year, is the biggest gaming event of the year, and everyone is going to be tuning in and watching at the Game Awards 2025. So I think that will be the perfect time for them to drop the release date trailer for Silver Palace. Something else that I really did enjoy about the way this game looks is the world itself. I mentioned it briefly earlier on in this video, but the world looks alive, and what I mean by that is the NPCs are always engaging with each other. There is a moment where the main character is walking through the city and walking through the streets, and you can see NPCs ordering drinks at a bar, couples holding hands and talking to each other, engaging with each other. Everything about this game feels alive, and that is something that I feel like other games like Genshin Impact was lacking. The NPCs in these other gacha games were not engaging with each other to an extent where I felt like it was convincing, where this game has taken it to the next level, and everything you do and see feels like you're really immersed in engaging with the world around you. Another thing I have to commend these developers for doing is making the characters feel and look so unique. Each and every character is dressed very unique, but it suits the age we're in. Don't forget, we're in the Industrial Revolution age, so everything we see is very pompous, very well dressed, very suited and booted, and the women are wearing corsets and wearing slightly revealing things, but it definitely suits the age that we're playing in. And I really think each character looks very unique with a fantasy element stapled onto it, because not only does it feel like we're in the Industrial Revolution, it does feel like the fantasy elements are present in every single character's look. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing the entire roster of these characters. I love how detailed their clothing is. I love each sequin, each bow, each hairstyle, everything about how the characters look feels unique and feels very detailed, and I cannot wait to see it in-game when this game eventually releases. Not just that, graphically, I've said this already, graphically, this game, it looks insane. Even the puddles, the reflections in the puddles are one-to-one from what we're seeing in the real world. The sun, the ray tracing, everything we're seeing to the vehicles are so detailed. The buildings look so amazing. Everything around you looks just... I cannot explain how excited I am about this game, not just for the gameplay itself, but just the way it looks. The game looks beautiful, and everyone's saying it looks like a AAA game. I cannot agree with you more. This game looks insane. It looks phenomenal. Another thing I really do like about this game is not only just the way it looks, but the combat itself. The combat looks very fast-paced, and the way you enter combat is very, very unique. And what I mean by that is, there is a moment where the main character is walking down the street and then is doing some investigations on different people. They're scanning them to make sure that they're not a threat and that they're not a monster and that they are indeed a civilian and not inhuman. And if you find anyone that is not human and is a threat to the city and is a monster, you engage in combat by shooting them, and then they transform into a beast, whether it be a massive werewolf, a vampire, or another monster of different kind. The combat itself looks really fluent, looks really fast, and really, really fun. It actually looks better than Wuthering Waves, and this game isn't even finished yet. The way this combat looks, if it's anything close to what we've seen in the final release, this combat could be the best combat we've seen in any gacha game to date. Each and every animation I've seen from the characters and from the enemies are really unique, really flashy, and really fun. The combat seems engaging, and that is something that I'm really looking forward to, and there's an element of gunplay, which we've only ever seen in Wuthering Waves. However, in this game, it looks a little bit more brutal. For instance, there is a moment where the main character literally pierces the blade through the enemy's chest and then uses the gun to shoot it in the head, so like a finisher kind of thing. It looks brutal, it looks amazing. I can't wait to get my hands on this game and experience something like that myself. Now, my fellow flames, the next thing I want to discuss is the mount system in this game. This might have to be, based on what we've seen, the best mount system I've ever seen in a gacha game and in most games, period. I don't know any other fantasy game, let alone gacha games, that have introduced a mount and riding system to this extent. Not only can you collect different species of mounts and customize them to the best of your ability, you can also fly around the cityscape on them. When I saw this gameplay, I was speechless. I got chills. I got really sort of emotional in a sense where I don't think a game has given me, or at least looks like it's given me, a feeling like this. The fact that you're going to be able to free fly across the entire city on a mount of your choice, depending on which ones you've collected, gave me a sense of real joy and excitement. And I can't wait to play this game, and I can't wait to collect my mounts, customize them, explore the city, traverse the city to go from mission to mission, or whatever, or wherever I'm trying to go in this way. I originally thought there was going to be cars as the main traversal just by watching the trailer and gameplay, but then I saw the magical Pegasus horse dragon things, and honestly, I'm glad that, yeah, maybe we're going to be getting cars, and it'll be really, really cool to collect cars and drive cars around the city. Absolutely, that would be so stylistic and so cool. But the fact that you can collect these mystical mounts and fly around the city like this really is the icing on the cake for me. This is something that I'm very looking forward to, and I can't wait to sink my teeth into when Silver Palace releases. Another huge thing that I clocked that many of you may or may not have understood what it was is the real estate feature. Guys, we are going to be able to purchase our own buildings and grow a sense of business in Silver Palace by the looks of things. There's a scene where the main character is basically scanning buildings, and then it has the word rate either in red or green and the price next to it, like a pretty big number next to it, and you're able to purchase buildings. Yep. You're able to purchase buildings. You can choose whether you want to buy it or not buy it, and it looks like you're going to be able to grow a business in the world of Silver Palace. This is something that was really fun that I liked. I really, really liked and got excited about this because there's one other game that I loved. In GTA 5 Online, you were able to actually purchase buildings, grow businesses, whether it be an arcade, nightclubs, auction houses, car lots, everything like that. And that was something that just came to my mind when I saw that. If you're able to purchase multiple buildings and basically earn currency and earn a living and basically just grow your business across the entire map of Silver Palace, that is something that I just thought personally was really, really cool, and I thought was a very cool feature they added in the game. My fellow flames, there's also stealth in this game. Yep, there's stealth in this game. There is stealth where you're able to sneak up behind the enemy, choke them out, put them to sleep, or if you're unable to do so and they clock you and they start struggling with you, you can do different methods to basically put them down. Whether you choke them, whether you beat them up on the ground, or you can actually do a syringe, which I guess has poison or something in it that kills them, and it looks really, really cool. They've added so many really cool, insane features in this game that I'm very much looking forward to seeing. It looks like there's also going to be a pick 4 system for the team building, so up to 4 characters, similar to how it was in Genshin, HSR, etc. But yeah, this game overall, there's many more features, but this game overall is astoundingly good. This game isn't even finished yet, and already I'm over the moon impressed with the way this game looks. I do honestly believe Silver Palace is the definitive Genshin killer that people have been talking about, and this is a good competition game for Wuthering Waves. This could potentially kill all of them, we don't know. This game looks insane. The detail, the element to detail of the world, the combat, the voice acting, by the way, is very, very cool. The story looks very, very cool. For those who don't know what the story is, basically you are a retired detective coming out of retirement to investigate a series of murders. People are turning up dead, burnt to a crisp, or just going missing, and you're coming out of retirement to basically figure out what is going on. That is the gist of the story. But yeah, everything about this game, you can see the care and the passion behind it, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get my hands on this game. This is the next generation of gacha being born in real time. When this game releases either the back end of this year or most likely going into next year, I'm going to be playing it day one. I'm going to be making content about it, and I cannot wait to experience it with all of you. There's many more features I could discuss, but these are the main ones I wanted to point out. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know what you thought of this video. And we're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. Hopefully, we're going to be able to do it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take it easy, and have a good rest of your day.